the ASUS Zenbook A14. At the time I'm recording this, it's been out for just over a year. Now, a new version of the A14 was also recently announced at the latest CES. But if you need an upgrade now, rather than waiting for the new model to hit shelves, then the current Zenbook A14 is still absolutely worth a look. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through what it's actually like to use and why it might still be the right choice for you. The first thing you notice with the A14 is the weight, or serious lack of it. It's just shy of 1 kilo at 980 grams to be exact, and that makes a bigger difference than it sounds. If you commute, travel for work, or just move between rooms all day, having a laptop this light means you can stop noticing it when you carry it around. If you think I'm exaggerating, then please walk into your nearest PC store and give it a feel if possible. Though, just to be clear, it's so light I forgot I was holding it. Won't get you very far if you accidentally walk out the store with it. For the chassis, ASUS is using a ceramic aluminum blend called Ceraluminum. It keeps the laptop light but also gives a slightly textured, smudge-resistant finish that doesn't look worn after a week in your bag. The rounded edges and tone-on-tone colour make it feel clean and modern without trying too hard. I've got the Zabriskie beige model here today, but it also comes in a sleek Iceland grey. Both colours are inspired by nature, which gives the whole design a really calm, understated look that's pretty easy on the eye as well. Because it's so light, the obvious question is whether it's fragile. It isn't. It meets the MIL STD 810H durability standard, which just means it's been tested against temperature swings, shocks, vibration and altitude, which basically covers most of the stuff that could destroy laptops. If you're someone who travels a lot or just isn't always as precious with your tech as you should be, this gives you some peace of mind. The display here is a 14-inch FHD ASUS Lumina OLED panel. Colours are really nice and vivid, contrast is strong, and it's bright enough for indoor use and most shaded outdoor spots with up to 600 nits HDR peak brightness. If you edit photos, watch a lot of content, or just prefer a screen that looks more alive, OLED can make a noticeable difference. The current Zenbook A14 display runs at 60Hz refresh rate, which is absolutely fine for everyday use and still feels nice and smooth. The screen is low blue light certified, which helps you not lose out on precious sleep if you're working late or staring at spreadsheets for hours. ASUS also includes pixel refresh and pixel shift features to reduce the risk of burn-in, so you don't have to worry about anything lingering on screen long enough to actually cause problems. Audio comes from dual superlinear speakers. They're clear and surprisingly loud for a laptop this thin, and 100% are good enough for video calls, streaming videos, or background music while you work. The webcam up here is a 1080p sensor, which is a nice step up from the 720p cameras that you'll see on some laptops. If you're on calls regularly, the extra sharpness is immediately noticeable. It works really well with Windows Hello for quick, secure face sign-in. And because this is a Copilot PC, you get access to Windows Studio effects, which gives you features like background blur, voice focus, and automatic framing. And it's all processed on the device, which means it keeps your video looking clean without hammering performance. And speaking of performance, inside it's running the Snapdragon X series processor. These processors are built around efficiency and AI performance. For everyday tasks like browsing, documents, video calls, and light creative work, it feels fast and responsive. The standout is the NPU, which can hit up to 45 tops. That's what enables the Copilot PC features in Windows like Click to Do, Improve Windows Search, and Recall. If you're someone who uses AI tools regularly, whether for writing, summarising, or other productive tasks, then this hardware is built for that. To find out even more about why a Snapdragon processor may be a good fit for you, check out this video right here. Battery life is one of the strongest parts of this laptop. ASUS rates it for up to 32 hours of 1080p video playback, and while real-world use is always going to be a little bit lower, it genuinely lasts multiple working days if you're mostly doing things like browsing the web, documents, and streaming. This makes it ideal for travel, long meetings, or days where you're moving between locations and you don't want to hunt for a plug. Fast charging also gets you up to 60% in just under 50 minutes, which is handy if you have a short break to charge up. The intelligent charging system with the My ASUS battery health management also helps extend long-term battery health, which is something you'll appreciate after a year or two of use. Even with the focus on efficiency, it still has an active cooling system, which is a heat pipe and 2 lightweight aluminium fans. It stays quiet most of the time, and you can choose whether you want to prioritise performance or noise levels. If you're editing photos or running heavier workloads, it keeps the system stable without getting hot to the touch. The touchpad is larger than usual and matches the aspect ratio of the display, which makes gestures and scrolling feel more natural. I also kind of like the tactile change from the cerulean coating on the device to the glossy finish of the touchpad, as it means I instantly know if my finger has travelled too far. The easy lift hinge lets you open the laptop with just one finger, and the screen stays stable without wobbling, which is helpful if you're typing on your lap or on a train table. The keyboard has got a soft, quiet feel that's comfortable for long typing sessions. If you write a lot, this is one of those small details that does make a big difference over time. For a thin laptop, the port selection is actually solid. You get a USB-A, 2 USB Type-C, a headphone jack, and praise be, it's got a HDMI port. I'm someone who always docks my device at home, so this is a huge bonus for me not having to use any additional dongles. The device also charges via USB-C, which is handy when I already have a ton of these chargers lying around. It also supports Wi-Fi 7, and if you have a compatible router, multi-link also helps it stay connected to the strongest signal, which is useful in busy homes or offices where networks can get congested. The current specs go up to 1TB of PCIe 4.0 SSD storage, and up to 32GB of LPDDR5X RAM. That's more than enough for multitasking, creative work and general productivity. If you're someone who keeps a lot of tabs open or works with large files, it'll handle that comfortably. So overall, the Zenbook A14 is a lightweight, long-lasting laptop that's clearly built for people who move around a lot and want something reliable, efficient and ready for the new Copilot PC features. If that's the kind of device you're looking for, then this one fits that brief really well. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you're into overviews, unboxings and a boatload of Microsoft tips, then I'd recommend hitting subscribe. But for now, that's all from me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!